Hello everyone, my name is Mova, that's a nickname. My pronouns are she, her, and other things, but the she, her works. They, them also works if you're not comfortable in calling me feminine because of this absolutely magnificent voice. But anyways, so this is a bit of a devlog, you could say, on this project, Mu2d. The repo is Mu2d.js. This is maybe not the best choice of name. Basically, Tsoding was doing a stream. I didn't see the stream. Only saw the rediffusion. So the links will be in the description, by the way. On Mu.js, I did not finish it, as you can see. And I had an idea. So he mentioned Löve2D at some point. So if you don't know, Love is an awesome framework that you can use with Lua. Basically, you script it with Lua. So you do like a callback like this on the main global object, and it does stuff. So graphics print, apparently not text, which is interesting. You can even play sound. You can't do that on Mu2d yet. So why is it called Mu2d? Well, because it's also using Mu.js. And Mu.js, again, if you don't know, so it's not very popular. It's a JavaScript runtime that supports ECMA 5, if I'm not mistaken. So all JS syntax as fuck, no constants. You'll see when I show you examples. So like they have their introduction. The links will also be in the description. It's also very much embeddable, and I can confirm it's also extremely simple to use in code. Right, and this is not exactly valid anymore, is it? No, it's still valid. Yeah, it's still valid. It's the simplest you can get. All right. Yeah. So it's pretty easy to use. I'm going to show you. You can already make so it's only on Linux right now, and I don't even think it will be possible on Windows because I don't think, yeah, ES5. And so I don't think it works on Windows. Yeah, Linux. I don't. I mean, maybe you can compile it for Windows. Maybe you can. I never tried. I don't have Windows installed right now, so I can't say. If you know, you can leave a comment on that, and I will definitely look it up. Because right now, Mu2d is only made for Linux, only Linux. Probably BSD and macOS are feasible, I think, because Mu.js only uses POSIX. I think it doesn't use POSIX stuff only, does it? I should deep dive into the source code, maybe modify it to make it work on Windows. I don't know, maybe someone already made that. But it's something that was made for Mu.pdf, which is a PDF reader. But anyways, so how does this work? Right, so let's quit this. No, let's quit. So boom. All right. So you can just build it pretty easily using what's the problem? Oh yeah, that's normal. Normal. All right. So yeah. So essentially, now that it's built, you have an executable right here, as you can see. Not enough arguments, yeah, that's normal. So version 0.4.3. And then you can use the run command on a game.js file. So let's make one. Let's make game.js. And so what you need to do basically just to draw stuff on the screen, the most basic stuff you can do is add a callback on Mu2d, which is, I think, draw, if I'm not mistaken. I may be, like, I don't remember already because I'm so stupid. Right now, it doesn't take any arguments, and you can just do Mu2d.drawing, if I'm not mistaken, dot rectangle. And then you just need to pass in a rectangle. Oh my god. And a color. So the rectangle so let's say it's positioned at the top of the screen. and it has a width of 50 pixels and a height of 50 pixels, and color, let's say let's say it's red. The rest will be defaulted to 0. And that's pretty much it. So like that's a very simple thing we can do here. And then we can use that. We can do run, and we can run game.js, and we can see that it didn't work. Oh, that's my bad. You must right now. You must define Mu2d update. That's my fault. It's actually a bug, so I will fix it later. I'm good doing such a devlog, so I can actually learn from my mistakes. And we can see that we can draw that on the screen now. Isn't that poggers? I think it is. I think it's pretty cool. We can even do Mu2d drawing background. We can set the background to something a bit more, I don't know, pretty, like I don't know, let's say like white. So 255, 255, and B 255. And there you go. We could even make, without even using update yet, because there is no state or anything. Actually, no. Let's have a var x equals 0. And let's do x plus plus here. And let's do x, I think we can just write it like that. Or no, wait, that's Gleam syntax. My bad. That's JavaScript syntax. There we go. And oh, error. I forgot a comma somewhere. Did I? I forgot that first, but did I forgot any comma anywhere? Didn't. Line 5? Oh, it doesn't support that syntax. ECMAScript 5, right? I think it works. Alright, let's make it like way slower. There you go. So you can see that it works pretty well. And that's the base of Mu2d. You have other things, so we can take a look at the documentation I wrote. So if we go in docs, we have some definitions of Mu2d. So we have Mu2d and Mu2d globals. So Mu2d, so that's the global itself, right? So that's what I showed you, this. It has other things in it. So it has things in it by default. So it has in it, which is true when it's initializing. So essentially, if you don't want to reset X when refreshing, because you can refresh, I will show you. You can actually, so I won't do it, but you can put that in a block with an if. So you can also have the args passed to the game. So when using run, essentially it's every argument after game.js here. And when it's bundled, I will also show you that later. It's just the arguments, except the 0th argument, the program. It's not passed anywhere. So then you have debug info, warning, error, and fatal. Those are log levels used by the logger. So if you know a bit of raylib, yes, this is the raylib type for logs. I'm reusing it because the function I'm using to log stuff myself, so not the raylib stuff, you don't see them yet. So actually I can use the debug flag, and you can see that we do log some stuff, only debug stuff, but we do. And so it's using the same type because it's also used as a callback for raylib. That's why you have the time and stuff, and this format, which is the same as log4j, if I'm not mistaken. You have the logger ID. Essentially, it's when you log stuff using the log function, this will be customized because by default in run mode, it's going to be the file name, so game.js, the base name specifically. And if you use, so if it's a bundled, it's going to be the name of the executable, at least normally. Then you have quit, which, well, closes the window or exits, depending on the case. You have the drawing function, so right now you only have rectangle, background, and text because I did not need anything else for my tests. You have get height, get width, set FP. Oh, well, that's a bug. All right. The fuck did I do? I have no idea. Oh, it's because of those comments, isn't it? If it's because of those comments I hit. Okay, it is. You haven't seen anything. Let's just commit that and no one saw anything. All right. So you have a bunch of window thingies because that's what I was working on lately. So you can get the height and the width of the window. You can get the FPS, the position. So you can set the FPS. You can't get them yet. You can set the position, the size, the width, the height, the opacity, and set the window focused if it's like unfocused. You can do that in Raylib. And you have only two math thing right now that I did for fun, which is seeding and generating a random number. I should also give randmax, or I don't know, put that between some fixed limit. And then you have also the resource object, which will be mentioned a bit later. So right now you only have two callbacks that you can define. You have way more in love, but right now I did not need more. You have update and draw, and yes, update will have the delta time in the future. It's planned. And draw doesn't take any arguments, and it also explains it's between begin drawing and end drawing. Why are they new? Are there new lines here? Whatever, it's not important. So you also have fields. So those are deprecated. Don't use them. You have title. When you set it, it's gonna be the title of the game. The window ID. So on some distributions, you have a difference between the title and the ID. Essentially, usually the ID with Raylib is the first title you use. If you change the title later with set window title, it will change the title field, but not the app ID, the window ID, which is basically what that does. This is the original title used in init window, and then this is set by using set window title. And then you have the resources, right? And essentially, the resources object needs to be defined at initialization. You can know that with the init boolean. And when it's set, so with this folder, for example, so you set it to /res. Well, you will have that. So that, I mean, that's the directory. Well, the Mu2d will read the directory and give you that. So all as strings, it's not ideal, but you can do that. So we have a resource management mechanism, which is pretty cool. It's not, right now it doesn't do anything. So those images are just strings, nothing more. You can't put them in Raylib or anything. Again, also I fucked up here in the example. This isn't any perfect. It's not like planned for anything professional. If you want, you can, obviously. Like, it doesn't have any memory leaks on its own. Like, I use Volgrind to demonstrate that, if you want. So let's do run with a bigger example that uses the resource loader. It's a bit slow because it modifies. Yeah, so you can see it has problems, but I looked into it, and those leaks it mentions there are Raylib things. So I tried using just Raylib, and it has the exact same problems. There were so none of those leaks are my fault. It's Raylib memory leaks. I don't know why those exist, but they do. That's just it. I can't do anything about it. So yeah, if you wanted about that, I can't do anything about those memory leaks. I tried, but you can't really do that unless you modify Raylib yourself, and I don't want to get into that. So yeah, and I don't think those are like bad leaks per se. Like, you have this amount of bytes still like available, you could say. But like, that's just a bunch of kilobytes inside of Raylib. I don't think they contain anything. They're like dangerous. hopefully at least. I don't think they are. So, yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah. As you can see, like those are like from DL open. So like I can't really do anything about it. It's just Reddit doesn't close those properly for some reason. So yeah, that's it. That's just how it is. And that's pretty much it right now for Mu2d. So there are also the other globals. So it's Mu.js globals and Mu2d globals. Essentially, by default, when you use Mu2d, Mu.js on your own, so yeah, when you create a state, by default, it doesn't have any global thingy, almost none. And I add them myself. I added print, Reaper, and debug args and stuff like that. So print and Reaper are things that are by default available in Mu.js. So when you use the repo or a JavaScript file with it. So Reaper exists, and essentially it gives you a string of the internal representation of something. So I give it like 42, it's gonna give me 42. So that means it's a string, right? So a better way to see it would be to use print like that. And yes, so print, by the way, that's very interesting. Essentially, as you can see, and I find it pretty funny, console, so it's an object like in JavaScript that contains the debug, error, warn, log, info functions. Maybe not the info one, but and those are just pointing towards print, which is kind of funny. So yeah, I kind of like that because like console.log, it's also that. But anyway, so yeah. So it can be pretty useful when you want to print an object, because in even with console.log, it just prints that, it just stringifies the object, which is a bit of a shame, I'm telling you. So if you actually want to do that, you have to use Reaper, right? And I do need it in an example to showcase the. So actually, I can show you. So, and this at some point, rectangles, which is the name of the example, the logger ID of the example, it printed stuff. It printed a string like that, and the only way to print it with XSK, like the bizarre character in here, escaped, because they wanted to test if binary could work, and it does. The only way for it to work is using Reaper, because it's just gonna try to print 0, this, which actually internally it's not, this byte does not exist. Maybe it does, I don't know. But yeah, those are invalid characters if you wonder. But it's just a reference to Java. If you know about the class files, CafeBabe is the magic number that indicates that this is a Java class file. And so yeah, so you can see the resource mechanism even more. It actually works. We can even see it print. Actually, we can't because I'm stupid. There. If we go there, we can actually see it print and do stuff. And yes, it's the same syntax as here. Shut up. I was not inspired. Oh, sorry. Wait. Oh yeah, so no, it seems wrong. Like, why is it scanning bin? So that just means it's done, right? So it's done with that file, it's done with that directory, it is done with that file, it's done with that directory. That's what it means, essentially. So yeah, I'm pretty proud of how this is now. So like, it's small and doesn't allow you to do much right now. But if you actually want to use it or contribute to it, well, you can. It's open too. So right now there's only just a main branch, and that's separating my work because I'm the only one on this. But yeah, so it's pretty cool. So we are at version 0.4.3, if I'm mistaken, which is the latest. I just done it earlier, which is adding all those. and the arguments, which can be pretty useful. It's even used in that example. If I do dash dash help without printing the debug bullshit. So you can't really get rid of that because set FPS prints that, but rarely prints that when you're setting the FPS. So maybe actually there's a way to fix that. I'm lying. Example game.js. So there's actually a way to fix that. It's to do that before initializing your state. Boom. There you go. Maybe beforehand though you might want to have this set, so to rectangles. And now if I do that, no, for you still does it. Oh yeah, because it goes through the whole file. Oh well, fuck. I can't do anything about. Okay, I can. Sorry, you can actually do that. That's also why I think the init should maybe be in a callback well, why can't I talk? What the fuck? Like love, yeah. So in love you have the load callback, which is called once at initialization. And so I wanted to show you, and I will, what happens when you use, so let's print the debug. So if I do F5 right now, it does that, right? So it resets the variable. And you might not want that, right? You might not want that. So to not do that, right? If you want to keep the state, you can. You just have to do if Mu2d.init, and X will keep existing when you do F5. So I'm pressing F5 right now, and it's refreshing the script. I'm telling you, it did, because else it would be back here. But if you actually want to reset the states and to redo all of the things that were done in here, you can do Control F5, and you can see that if I press it, it works. And that's just me holding it. That's just it. So it doesn't reload the resources right now though. So if you want to reload the resources and stuff, well, you have to restart the game. It's just like, I don't think it's a good idea to do that while the game is running, but I may just be stupid and you can. So that only works in the run mode. Because yes, you can so you can absolutely do, so yeah, right there. You can do a build. So I'm gonna use the -can option because else it's gonna produce bullshit. Yeah. So it put the game in it normally, and if I go in build, you should have game. And there it is. And if I press F5, it doesn't work. Like, this is like the production build, you could say. Build. My bad. So yeah, that's basically it. That's the game. That's not the game. That's the framework so far. I love the logo. So like, it's the colors of Löve2D with a little heart in the middle of the atom, which is the logo of Mu.js. Just this is more pretty than this, I think. So yeah, the project is open source. The license is just an MIT license like this. That's it. If you even want to play with Mu2d and you like another language, I made for the funsies Mu.js binding for Odin. So yeah, if you want to, for some reason, you can. You just have to use the make file in here, which will download Mu.js, and then you can just go and boom, it's all done. So yeah, that's Mu2d right now, Mu2d.js. I'm pretty proud of this. It's very good. So it probably will end up as Löve2D, the equivalent made by our lovely friend Tsoding. I don't know if he uploaded it or not to GitHub. I didn't look. Last time I checked, I think he did not pushed it. Maybe he wanted to do some stuff, but no, he didn't. Like if you go to Löve2D, does not exist. Yeah. Maybe he put it on Rexim, his personal thingy. Nope. So he did not push it for some reason. Maybe he just forgot. Wouldn't be surprising, but yeah. So that's Mu2d. I'm pretty proud of it. It's pretty lovely, if I can say so. Lovely, like, you know, the like love, and actually lovely is also like a thing for love, allowing you to run mods and stuff like that. So it's like a Lua injector framework, you could almost say. Not framework, just a Lua injector for love. It's actually legit. Like it's what you need to use along with another thing for most Balatro mods. For example, Balatro is made with love. So if you know, well, there is. So thank you for watching. I'm sorry for the quality of the camera. It's trash, I'm aware. I don't know for the microphone. It's my phone's. Is this all recording, by the way? It is. 28 minutes of bullshit. Wow, I'm sorry. So thank you for watching, everyone. I'll see you in the next devlog. I don't know what it was, exploring my own project with you in the next updates of Mu2d. And yeah, thank you, and bye. Mwah.